Hello everyone! Today we are going to be opening up this Paradox Rift build and battle box, and we are going to see if I can build a deck and win with this box only. Like I said, only cards from this box, so if I don't have enough energies of a certain type, if I don't have enough Pokemon of a certain type, this is really going to be difficult, but we will see if I can win. And without further ado, alrighty, here we are with our build and battle box. I wanted to get it so I could get everything in view here, and of course these are some cards from our other openings that we have done. Let's toss these over here and let's get this buddy on open. So we have some cards here. Hopefully they'll be useful to us, but we have 4 Paradox Rift packs. And if I don't get anything good, hopefully we will be able to rely on at least some of the cards in the preset deck that it gave us. So, what I'm going to be doing is just running through these. I'm not really looking for anything super crazy in these packs, but what's really nice, we got that there. Throw that to the way. This is going to be really good for us, and I'm going to try to keep everything sorted kind of as we go through it. So here is some. Alright, we're going to keep Pokemon, items, and supporters in their own little things here. But what I am planning on doing is once I record these openings, I'm going to sort them out and try to come up with something. So we will see. I guess this one can be a normal opening. So we have an Energy, a Blitzel, a Bounce Suite, a Feebas, an Apom, a Simisage, a Norman, an Orthworm, a Whismer, ooh, a Crustle, and a big rock formation. So let's get these guys back into the Pokemon pile. Hopefully I'll actually be able to use this card so I can kind of, flex on my opponents. So let's get that there. So we have 2 more packs. Toss those off to the side, toss that back there. And we have a Psychic Energy, a Toxel, a Nimble, an Elected, a Vanillish, a Minchao, a Rika, a Screamtail, this could be good, a Bounce Suite, a Vanilla, and a Palkia. So let's move to the next. First, let's get that there. And are there any other? No, there are not. Let's put that there. And this is our last pack. Hopefully we get something good, because I'll be honest, I am kind of scared for this attempt. We did this before with Destined Rivals, and, that didn't turn out super good, but hopefully we can do better here. So we have a Fire Energy, a Galvantula, a Mantike, a Pansage, a Snorunt, a Toedscruel, this could be decent, another Screamtail, a De-Evolution, this could be useful, toss that over there. Earthen Vessel is really good for what I'm going for, a Minun, and a Maushold EX, that's kind of cool. So let's get our Pokemon over there, and we will see what all did we get in this little deck, if I can get it open. I don't really have nails. Oh, something was loosened. So we have a Xatu, and they gave us some cards for a deck. So they gave us some things to work with. But Espathra, Flittle, Natu, Xatu, Iron Moth, Elected, Magby, Jacques. So we have some things to work with, but I will try to make up a deck, and I will be back in just a moment. Alrighty, this is what I've ended up with so far. We still need 6 more cards, and it really hurts me. I'll be honest, we are not in the best of positions. We do have some decent trainers and stadiums. We have a mix of that, but we are so overly done on supporters that I really can't do anything about it. We do have an okay setup for attacking, mainly relying on Chi-Yu, and then we do have some baby Pokemon. I have these 2 guys in here for tech, and then being able to level up quickly. then we have so many energies because I want to avoid needing to add in new cards as much as possible. And very unfortunately, we have no use for Maushold or Crustal, but just because they're drippy, we will put them in our deck. So we are up to 21, meaning we still need 4 more cards. And some of these cards, they could be put in the deck, but what's really scary to me is if I need to put something in my deck, I don't want it to get one shot by, like, the background damage from Dragapult. So I'm putting 2 in here, 2 in here. I'm putting both useless energies to me in there, and I need to find... Okay, he's kind of tanky. Anything over 130 HP. Oh, wait. I have an idea. Okay, so I'm just going to put beyond stage 1 cards in there. That way, even if I draw into them, I can't use them. What a good idea, Mason. What a good idea. So, there we are. That should equal up to our needed cards. And I will input all of this card for card. No cheating here, because what's the point of the video? And we'll see how we do. Hello everyone, I just put it all into TCG Live, but for some reason, these 2 cards did not work. So they literally just didn't show up, so I replaced them with these 2. The reason I did that was just so I can't draw into them. It really sucks that I was not able to use our Maushold, but, that's just how it goes. But I want to go through our deck really quickly, and let's get me in the corner also. Sorry that you're going to have to see my face, but, that's the point of having me down in the corner. So, what we have before us is not something that I'm super excited about, but it is something that I think we could probably take a few prizes off of people with. So, what I plan on doing is having one of our baby Pokemon, that being Magby or Whismur, come out of the gate. And Magby will be good to potentially kill off, say, a Badoo or something like that, if it were to attack me. Then I have this tech, which is Toedscruel, and of course Toedscool. It has that so they cannot take cards out of their discard pile. Espather will help me level up and evolve my Pokemon really quickly. And really what I'm going for kinda really relies on me being able to power up the Chi-Yu, basically continually hitting higher damage because of its ability of if my Pokemon were knocked out, it does, well, 140 damage. That is my highest damage dealer that I am able to use. I do have Glittering Eyes, but to be fair, I don't have very many tulips to help power that up. So then we go to our trainers. This is never a split that you want to see. If you're looking over here, Pokemon Trainers Energy, that's really nothing you ever want to see. But we have one Ancient Booster, which is going to be nice to power up, say, one of our Screamtails, so it can do a little bit extra damage. Earthen Vessel will be good if we want to get rid of the useless energies that I will show in a second. But Countercatcher will be nice to try to, we'll say, rotate and disrupt what they're planning on doing. Same thing with the evolution, but here is the one tulip that could help power up our Espathra, and I didn't mean to click that. Youngster can help with drawing, I guess. Mesa right here, that involves a coin flip, but what's really nice is I might be able to disrupt, say, if they have, say, a Team Rocket deck or something like that, I could get rid of an important stadium to them. And then, most of these are just in here because I didn't want to put more basic Pokemon that I could draw into and immediately have killed. But this is probably my favorite one. Turo is really good. I really like this card, and I'm really sad that it is going away relatively soon. But look at that guy. I can potentially save some of my Pokemon with that. And here is the energy breakdown. Like I said, I only did this because I didn't want to have more basic Pokemon, but 2 completely useless to me energies, 8 fire energies, and 11 psychic energies. I can't really do anything with that. I mean, I can clairvoyant sense it. I can draw more cards, but I mean, is that really what I need? But as always, if you've ever watched this channel before, you know we drip out our boxes before we go into battle. And I'm not really sure what I want for this. I I might just try to throw them off. We'll go the Zama. Was that Zama or was that? Yeah, it was Zama. I don't know. I forget the names of those ones. But I didn't play Sword and Shield. What sleeve? You know, we'll really throw them off. We'll give them the Okie dokie, Monkey Doreen, Pheasantipity, and coins. How can we throw them off with our coins? We'll hit them with the Team Rocket. So we will set this as active. And this is my Smurf account. I didn't want to go into a super crazy one. I have switched accounts since I've started playing last, but we will jump into this. Like I keep saying, I am a little afraid, but hopefully we will get a good match out of this. And if you're enjoying videos like that, like this, I might be trying to do something like this in the future as well with different decks. And if you just miss, say, the Pokemon content where people actually play as opposed to just talking about it, I'd love to be able to do this again if there is interest. But if there isn't, I'll just play on my own time and not deal with that. All right, we did pull quite a few good cards for what we're looking at, except for that energy right there. But the Flittle could be good. The Natu could be good. Oh my. We'll get a Chi-Yu in great. That is a great start. Oh boy. But hopefully they're going to be relying a lot more on getting things out of their discard. So we will go forward with that. If you're wondering why I'm sad, this is already a good draw engine for these homies over there. Jock. Yeah, we'll go Jock. Crustal's useless to me, so Pathra, Zatu. It is so sad that so many of these cards mean absolutely nothing to me. I had to bring Vanilla on. It had to happen. But, we'll start attaching energies to that guy, and we'll Scorching Heater just kind of as an insurance policy. If he upgrades to Toadscroll excuse me, I don't know what's up. If he goes to Toadscroll that quickly, then, well, that's what I'm going to have to worry about. And if he attacks me, doesn't really do anything too crazy this round, but I wish I had a card like this. I know that I'm in, of course, Paradox only, but Lily's, some cards, you don't realize how important they are, and that they're just from specific sets. Oh my. That might be game, honestly. If you're building a deck and you actually want to play with it, do not play like this. This is something that is not going to help you learn how to play. This is just something I did for fun. But if we lose horribly this time around, I truly think this guy's just messing with me. I do not see why you would do that. You can one-shot just about everything. Why? Oh, Protected Mycelium. That just ruins everything for me. It ruins everything. I don't even think... Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It prevents effects, which is nice. So hopefully it gets rid of that, but I'll draw some cards. Another Chi-Yu, that's not bad. We can get... Okay, so 80 or 140. Yeah, that does 140 damage. That's the highest damage dealing thing that I have. Hopefully, they can't do anything to me, but of course my Scorching Heater still is not going to do anything to Badu.
And Badu, though normally would be really good against most decks, doesn't really do anything to me because I don't have really any items to use. I have Earthen Vessel, I have other things that are kind of useless to me at the moment. Um, I gotta admit, I've never seen a deck like this before. But as I was saying earlier, if I lose here, we are going to go into the test mode, and I'm going to see if I can actually win there because I think the test mode is brain dead. So if I lose to test mode, that really means this deck never had a chance, unless I was going against a lobotomy patient or something like that. So I, if you're wondering why I'm talking about that already, I cannot say that I am very, very. At least I can use that on the Zatu. I'm not very confident in this deck. I'll retreat. I'll bring forward Chiyu, and I can do that. That'll work, sort of. Prevents all effects. I mean, I know that I don't have anything in there, but sorry. This is such a weird deck. I know I'm not thinking as clearly as I could, but I'm thinking of everything that could possibly go wrong. And me thinking, oh, Flarebringer is going to help me. No, it didn't. I'm just wasting time at this point. I need to have one of my Pokemon die so I can have Magfire of Envy, and that could work good. But why would you Chorus? You Chorused for an energy card? That is why you did it? I don't know what this guy's plan is. He's just like, yeah, I like mushrooms. Like, that's what this is. All of these are mushrooms. Maybe a Badoo is a flower. I don't know. But then there's a little guy with a mask. So he's probably wondering what I'm doing. I'm wondering what he's doing. This is really just kind of a cluster of issues. But hey, honestly, I have an idea. It's probably not going to work. But if I could somehow hold on, if I could somehow hold on even a millisecond longer than what I expect to, I might be able to get the guy down to 20 cards. If he could, or excuse me, 19 cards. Like, truly, that is how this ends, because Colony Rush is really just going to end me there. He can one-shot every single one of my Pokemon. I actually kind of like this deck. I think I might look into what he has a little bit in the future, because I've never seen this deck. This is also throwing me off, but not that my deck really had a chance of winning. Buddy, you don't need this. He probably thinks I have like something waiting. If I had a Mega in this deck, I would at least have a chance of winning, but if I had an EX Pokemon in this deck, it was supposed to be Maushold just because, but I can't even do anything with that. Buddy, come on. Come on. This is worse than like the Jellicent decks, I swear. I can't do anything. Though Jellicent is bad, I will admit that. I'm so happy to see Gardevoir leaving the rotation, so it's not something that can really happen anymore. And it's. What are you doing? Just fucking attack me! You couldn't stand the fact that you could use your own ability. I think he's like toying with me specifically so he can be like, oh yeah, I beat this guy with only Badoo. Um, yeah, I'm gonna attach it so I can draw some more cards. Alrighty. We will have our first prize taken, 280 damage. cooked. I will be straight up with you. I was not expecting to get a single prize card, so I'm actually quite excited about that. This guy is really stalling for no reason, and I don't really get it. If he just attacked me normally, I truly think he could have won this game. Maybe not quite yet. He probably would have needed one or two more turns. But this is really like Colony Rush. Look at how good this attack is. It is not something that, of course, good in this scenario. Good in this scenario. But come on, buddy. You're doing too much. You're doing way too much. Oh yes, you need you need the Pheasantipity. I honestly, he might deck out before if he keeps doing all this BS. I don't need another Espathra or Felidal or anything like that. Bro. He's protecting his back line. Is this really something that you want to do with your time? What negative effect? Okay. Buddy, come on. Finally. It does a really good amount of damage. If he actually just played like a normal human being and like just went for the kill, we'd have been done so much earlier. I have not a psychic Pokemon in there. I have not a single psychic Pokemon in there. I can't even use the one thing that would power me up a little bit. I have an idea for this next one. I'll attach de-evolution to Espathra, and then I can kill a Toadschool. Man, this is really... He's going to spend another 5 minutes on this. Prime Catcher. Who are you attacking? Why are you killing Shiyu? Like, I don't even have a boss's orders or anything. I guess I do have a counter catcher. We'll see if I pull a counter catcher soon. Rika. Wow, that's... You wasted so much time doing that. That was so not worth it. Norman, what can we do with you? Okay, so look at the 4 cards and take 2 or take all 4. We're taking all 4. Screamtail, not to. Alright, we'll go Screamtail. Clairvoyance, Sense, a basic energy onto Screamtail. Get rid of you. Sorry not to, and Garp. I don't know how to say that. I was just messing around. Toadscroll, or Toadschool, excuse me. Yeah. So I'll do 80 damage. He needs to kill me 2 more times. My goal is to kill him 1 more time. He's probably just going to switch in just another one. I'm going Slime Mold Colony just as he is. He's going to one-shot me. But what he doesn't know is I'm going to win at least 1 more prize card. I hate that this is the only way that I can get prizes. I can't even get prizes. Oh my god, the mycelium protected against it. I'm cooked. I'm conceding. I am not sitting through this next. Okay, he gave me mercy. He was going to kill me immediately, but I conceded. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of saying he took all his prize cards. Alrighty, let's go to test deck. This is my last chance to actually possibly win anything. I don't think I will, frankly. I don't care if I go first or second. Maybe second, so I could try to get off Magby. Okay, that works. But at the same time, I'm not expecting to draw into Magby. Okay, drawing into Screamtail isn't terrible, especially early. I could set this up so I could potentially get a kill right off the bat depending on if he starts attacking me. What the hell was that for? I'm telling you, the test decks are brain dead. That's why you cannot test decks just normally. You need to go against other people or have a friend or something like that help you. Okay, that was a smart one. But still, he didn't use Squawk and Seize. This is why you can't go against the test decks. And I don't even want my... Sorry, I'm tilted from the last game. This is a new dawn. It's a new day. Okay, that could be good. We'll get a Chi-Yu, we'll get a Natu, and we will get our Toad Scroll queued up. That gets our spread. That also starts me off with some tech. And we'll slap him. 30 damage. Not really what I was hoping to do with it, but if he attacks me never mind. That I was gonna say we could snipe the Lucario, but who's he heave-ho catchering? Okay. Of course they win the coin flip. 2 basic energy from your discard pile. Motivate really isn't something that's going to be useful for you. It doesn't appear, at least. Alright, let's get Screamtail going. We'll go Youngster. Kind of switch up what I'm trying to do a little bit. That's good. Earthen Vessel. Get rid of that energy. We get some fire energy going on here. We'll see if we can draw into anything. Because why not? I'm not hurting for cards. Yeah, we'll go Iron Moth. Moves from your bench to active spot. Move any... Because I can deal some damage with it. Yeah, I literally can't do anything else. That was a pretty productive turn. I just hope... The one thing that I really love about the test decks, I wish you could change the ability. See how up in the corner up here it says AI? I wish you could change the AI to kind of different difficulties. And if you're able to, I just don't know about it. Because if you're able to do that, then I would most certainly love to... Oh, I'm retarded. Give me a second, please. Okay. So we can get another Mesa going. Okay. Okay. What do I go for this time around? Okay, Zatu, that's good. We can get drawing a little bit. You may have been wondering why I went Iron Moth last time around. It's because I'm trying to accelerate at least a little bit. I'm not really doing the best at accelerating. But do we want an Espathra? Yeah, I could go with an Espathra. Little Peacockmon as a Karen cut. And we'll get our Toad Scroll to level up if we can, but no. I don't know the mechanics of it. I don't know how it's supposed to work. I've never used this card before this. I didn't know if from your hand to evolve, you may prevent all... Oh, I thought it was a search to evolve. I'm just an idiot. I apologize, everyone. I didn't read it closely enough. The only card that I know is good in this entire deck, well, I guess there are a few, for Pokemon, it's Screamtail. Screamtail really is it. Clairvoyant Sense. We can attach that right there. Draw some more cards. Another Screamtail's nice. I'll start loading up Chi-Yu just because if I can swap him after, say, Screamtail dies, and then I'll swap him out and give him to Iron Moth, I think that could be something that could deal at least a decent amount of damage. Let's get our Toad Scroll going. That way, there's no shenanigans where they play with their discard pile. Alrighty. Hey, we got the first prize card. First little bit on the board. Oh, great. There goes my opportunity to do really anything. Unless they don't have a single... I don't know what just happened there. That happened so fast. I'm trying to like commentate over it just a little bit, but at the same time, like I truly do not get some of these moves that it's making, and I truly think that it is just kind of stupid. Clairvoyant Sense. We can attach. I'll start attaching to Iron Moth. Vanillamon. It's so happy, so great to see you. This is where I really think Pokemon started to go downhill, but at the same time, it's funny. I think it's too funny to be something that I condemn, but at the same time, I think there were signs that we were going downhill with new Pokemon. I think this one really shows it. I can whittle down this Mega Lucario. If they keep discarding random stupid stuff. Okay. Alright, we're cooked. The game's over, guys. I don't know what else I can really do. Do I risk it? I really wish that I had the ancient... What's it called? The ancient ability. The ancient... Dude, don't you fucking thumbs up me. Clairvoyant Sense. Let's start building up this Iron Moth a little bit more. Okay, we can deal some damage this time around. Not a ton of damage, but we can, in fact, deal damage. Mesa... We'll get another Chi-Yu going. Yeah, I'm fine with another Chi-Yu. Alrighty. 140 damage. If it takes me 3 or 4 Pokemon to do this, it may unfortunately need to be, because I can finish it off with Glittering Eyes. And that'll get me down to only 2 cards left, but at the same time, they have another one. Why would you Mega Brave? Keep drawing. Like, I know he can't, but it's not like the AI knows that. Dude, stop thumbs up at me. You're tilting me and you're not even real. Okay. We're not doing horrid. We're not doing good. I want to make that clear. But, okay. I'm at 280 damage. This might be winnable. Guys, I'm not saying we're going to win, but it might be winnable. Okay, next time one of you guys dies, Glittering Eyes. Simisage. Yeah, yeah, give him the thumbs up. Get shit on, guy. Okay. Okay. I can't use Counter Catcher anymore, but if he doesn't switch Pokemon at the end of this, I should win this game. Bruh. You're doing too much. I'm glad he's moving quick, but he's doing too much. What are you, this is just cyclical. Did I win? Did I really just win? We won! I didn't spend 30 bucks on this building battle box for it to be worth nothing. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, well everyone, thank you very much for watching. Unfortunately, against real people, it did not work out, but when you're against a bot that doesn't know how to play the game, this build-in battle box will make you win. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again in the future.